Hey, Pussy new little video. This one is for requesting people help. So, help. I'm working on a new project from a... it's been a while now that I've been on that. I saw a video a while ago on SOP in the disaster, and it was very interesting and very well done as well by the person. I'll put the link down for that video. And I've been trying to work on something like this, but I think like the ideas kind of bounced back, but I didn't have a formal idea, and suddenly I kind of had a flash about a week ago. So I put a draft on, and so on the Dropbox below you'll have a link on the Dropbox, and this is where I need your opinion. Obviously it's not finalized, so the way it's set up and the questions and stuff are not finalized, but I want people is their opinion on how would they do it, what other question they would have had and everything. But for that, there's a few caveats before people start sending their requests and stuff. One of the reason I think those are in another thing too is I by doing some research, there's not much out there for that. Like there's maybe like, you know, how to prepare a bug out bag or something, but not much on other things. So the caveat is that I'm trying to do it generalized, so that way many people can use it for different things, and also for different situation, because if you make it too specific, then it doesn't work. The other thing too is that you'll notice that there's no specific cause, so you won't see, for example, a protocol for blizzards, a protocol for tornado, a protocol for a protocol for I don't know, meteorite destroy and everything. The reason for that is because when you go too much on specific, you get kind of lost in the details and they become very complex. And what if you forgot a scenario? So for example, before September 11, it would have been very unlikely to consider it be dangerous for a plane to be brought into a building, but yet it happens. So those are called black swans. And so a lot of times disaster that could create a lot of maverick and destroy the grid are black swans, so things that we cannot perceive of. And there's a concept in Stephen Covey called the 90-10 principles, and basically what it is that we don't have control of things that happen to us. There's about 90% of it that we have no control. So for example, somebody comes on the street, punch you, you have no control on the person punching you. You have the control on how you're going to respond, and you know, like if you're able to stop it from punching, but you cannot stop this person from punching you. You can work when the punch is coming your way, but you have no control over the punch themselves. So that's the 10% that you have control. So, if I can take an example on the ice storm in Quebec, which I lived through, we didn't have control on how long the electricity would come, when the electricity stuff, but the electricity was not there. So that was my part of how can I provide electricity, how can I support this, how can I respond to not having electricity. So that's what a protocol is. The power is down. That it was, like in my case, caused because of ice storm, or that is because there was a militia out there. The power is down. There's no change about this. If there's a militia out there though, my security protocols would probably be different than anything else. But again, if there's a militia versus a riot because there's a sports event that just won, again, different protocols, but still it's around the security. So what I'm trying to do is really have principle, kind of core exercise, protocols. So you'll see some on power, water, food, mobilizing. So if you're using if you're going from place A for place B, either because you're bugging out or anything like that, or you're just doing a scout because you need more resource, or you're about to get to your stuff, you're still in a convoy, you're still in the cars, you're still in the place between two places. So or again, the reason of the why does not really matter, is that you are in situation X. How do you want to respond to situation X? What's the situation about it doesn't matter, but how do you respond to a threat to your security? How do you respond to a threat from not having power, or how you're going to manage your water? So this is why the protocols that you'll see on the Dropbox links down, those are the first draft. And so this is where I need your help. I'm kind of good at bringing ideas and everything, but not much on organizing. And I know there's a lot of other people out there that are much better than I am, and I want to have their help and their opinion, because as many people that I can, they'll be stronger. And so what I want is basically have something that looks like this. One advantage of having this is that way, for me, if it happens at 4 o'clock in the morning, you go, okay, I don't have electricity, I take this bunch of questions and stuff, and then you go through your protocols and you take a decision. So in the protocols, you'll see checklists, which are different than the other ones, which are decision trees. So decision making trees is basically, you ask question, let's say question A, and if yes, do B, if no, do C. Versus checklist, you ask, do I have A, do I have B, do I have C, do I have D, do I have this? It's basically you're making sure you have all the gear, all the information before you take your decision. So it's quite different than this, and there's a mix of both kind of type of lists in this. Don't mind the way I set it up is a little bit how I would like, and basically it's a little bit like the same setup that pilots use in the airplane. And so they go through a decision, and then when there's a disaster, they open their books at page X, and then it goes through, do this and stuff, and then that way you don't make any big mistakes about that. So hopefully I'll have a lot of people I hope are really triggers, because I think it's a need for the community, because there's a lot of, I don't see much again on the internet about that, about maybe like a bugging bag and what to have in your bugging bag, but not much about how to make decisions like this and protocols and stuff. But because the other advantage of this is that it may not be you. So for example, you're away, so you're at home, or let's say you're working, and I don't know, your mother came and visit you, or somebody else is at your home, and the disaster happened. You're at work and they're at home. You able to communicate with them, say, look, take that blue binder, it's right there, follow page X or that protocol there, and they put that in place while you're working your own protocols on how to get back here. So when you get back to your home, then you take over and things like that. So that's an advantage of having this, is that it may not be you that use those protocols as you're on their way, or you're unconscious, or you got injured or something like this. And so when I'm writing, I'm always writing it in that perspective, that it's simple. It's not something that I'm the only one who knows about it, but somebody else can take that and read them loud and clear and know what to do, obviously with some knowledge, but they know, if they go through this, that they'll know what to do. So hopefully there'll be a lot of interest, and I'll talk to you soon.